Yeah, I wanna play Bug Snacks. I also wanna play Ooblets again. But Ooblets is on my computer at home, so we can't play Ooblets. But yeah, I think next stream will be a Bug Snacks stream. I think. Mithla, would you be ever so kind to please change the stream to The Sims? And just finishing Newcrest, building a traditional home, whatever floats your boat, really. So this is the house that we built in our last stream, and it's unique, and we wanted to give a little nod, I guess, to Christmas. So we have the reds and the greens, and today we've just got to furnish it, but I think it's turned out really nicely. And the idea is this is kind of the affluent part of the neighborhood. We're going to have the mayor next door. We're going to have some rich, snobby family in the mansion. And then over here we have kind of like a Karen who lives in this neighborhood, but she's got fake money. She just pretends like she has heaps of money. So I thought this looked really nice. Obviously, traditional builds aren't like my personal taste, I guess, but I think for this family that we're gonna put in here, they're gonna be like kind of a peculiar family, a little bit weird maybe. It's kind of the family. It's kind of the family that the neighbors would look at and be like, ooh. Like the Aunt Petunias wouldn't like them because they're a little weird. I love how it turned out. Yay! So if you guys just want to see the floor plan, there's a lot of fireplaces. I think there's like 6 or 7 fireplaces in this house. And there's a lot of rooms. Usually I build more open plan spaces, but this is more of an old school house, classic house. Okay, I would live there based on that description. Nice. So you have like this room. That's the entrance room, a little powder room. I don't know what this is here, maybe an office. This is just like, I don't even know what this is either. Like the corridor room where you can go out to the deck. Maybe this can be a lounge room. I'm actually noticing how small the rooms are now. Are the rooms too small? Anyway, then we've got the stairwell, we've got a powder room, butler's pantry, kitchen. This is the dining. I don't know. Foster home vibes? Karen really feels as though they've downgraded the neighborhood. Exactly, exactly. You love the floor plan? Yay! I see you, Chloe Davis. Have a good one. Will this stream be on your second channel? It will be. I'm a little bit behind with posting on the second channel, but it will be. I'm always behind on posting on the second channel. Karen spies on them from her window. Exactly. God, I love Karen. She's hilarious. Anyway, we still haven't made Karen. We just talk about her all the time. So kitchen. Actually, we might be able to... No, okay. So kitchen, dining. I'm wondering, should we knock this wall down and make it a bigger living room? What do you guys think? No creator sim! Oh, Kaz. Hey, Tara, what's up? I've just bought Eco Lifestyle. I'm very excited. Yay! Eco Lifestyle's fun. Hey, Daphne. Oh, God, no, guys. Knock it down. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. Because it's just... It's just a little crap. Which means... we probably don't need this door here. Why did I put this archway, like, awkwardly there? And then... wait, how do you even get to this room? Wait, how do you even get to this room? Oh, okay. How weird. So you have to, like, go out through this room to get to that room? I kind of like that it's bizarre. Because there's a lot of houses where you're like, why was the floor plan made like that? Like Mithla, what you sent me. Fairy Kitchen, thank you for the 5 months. She's on the HOA and takes pics of the yard and tells the board that their tree is 0.2 centimeters too high and 1 centimeter too wide, and that means they have to get rid of the house. Exactly. Thanks for the Prime sub for 2 months, Willoughby. Takeout just arrived. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So this is going to be the living area. So it's quite big. She's quite generous. So where do we want to put this? We could just kind of wedge this in the corner. I'm just imagining the floor plan. I really dislike this thing being there. I wonder if we can move objects on. Maybe we can fit in a smaller archway. Could do that. It does intercept the staircase though. I mean, that would be fine. It's just odd. It's just really odd. No, we're gonna need the archway there. So let's, oh, we could actually put, what about this? We can put, that's better. So we have that on an angle. Beautiful. To be honest, this is not my favorite build. The tea is hot. That's okay. It's not somewhere I'd like to live in. But I still think it suits the house. All right, well, let's get started. Let's get it started hot. Actually, I'm gonna get copyright claimed on it. Haynes, thanks for the 4 months with Prime. Fairykin, thanks for the 5 months. My Mika82, thank you for the 3 months. Love watching you after a crazy day with the kids. Oh gosh. I'm glad that you can relax a bit. Parenting must be really hard. I just think it's probably a lot. Wait, why am I having trouble with this? I was like, where are the console tables? How many years have I played this game? Oh, good grief. Also, did we want to limit the amount of packs in this build, or do we just go to town? Do we just go to town, mate? Hi, Mrs. Gluon. Hi, Mrs. Gluon. How are you? All packs? Okay. I mean, it is our last build, so you know what? Let's just have fun. Let's just have fun. Be creative. Have a bit of a laugh, you know. Hi, guys. Hi, Mrs. Gluon. If you guys don't know Mrs. Gluon, she's pretty awesome. And she's a very talented artist. Fairy Kitten, thanks for the 5 months. You know what? I'm gonna go... I might do the list from the bottom upwards. Oh god, we have a lot to read out today. Abby Troy, thanks for the 8 months. Robin, thank you for the massive 53 months. Today, we are building... oh, well, wait, whoa. Oh no, Robin's gone. Robin left. That's so sad. She didn't get to see my shout out. We're furnishing this house. A peculiar family is going to live here. It's slightly Christmas themed as well, which is nice. You're good? Nice. I am Annie. 04, thank you for the 2 months. Keithy, thank you for the 5 months. Ninja Snaps, thank you for the 2 months. Kailisa J, thank you for the 100 bits. Cutie Kawaii, thank you very much for the 5 months. I appreciate you. I feel like this build's gonna take a long time to finish. Like, we gotta do this slowly, but not too slowly. Have like some bags around the place. Because I feel like this place is gonna be cluttered, you know? They have a guest book in their house. Does anyone have a guest book in their house for when their guests come over? And you have to fill it out with a quill. because why not? Maddie Rose, thank you so much for the 3 months. Synonymous, thank you for the 6 months. Kylisa Jade, thank you again so much for gifting out a sub. Juju Magumbo, thank you so much for gifting out a sub too. That's so sweet of you guys. Peter Ditzel, thank you for the 5 months and the lovely comment. Trey94, thanks for the 5 months. Kylisa Jade, thank you for the 2... Wait, that's 3 subs. How many subs did Kylisa give out? Thank you. Synonymous, thank you for gifting out a sub as well. Ruby, thanks for the Prime sub. Shay for gifting out a community sub. V Shay for gifting out a community sub. You guys, why? Can we get some Burberry love in the chat? Why are you guys so nice? Why are you so nice? Sharka Shay, thank you so much for the 8 months. Def Not Connie, thank you for the 4 months. I am well today, thank you. Thanabody, thank you so much for the 9 months. Happy stream, baby. Let's call our baby. Erica. Little Erica. Look at my life right now. Na, 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 na. I'm trying to find a little pedestal to put this on that maybe will go to surfaces. Is it here? Yay! Thank you so much.
Okay, there's that.
Ah,
I made it myself.
Thank you, Jams.
And napkins.
Thank you. Look at this Reuben.
And you may have your phone back now.
Thank you. Nice plate as well. Very nice plating.
How's the house going?
Yeah, we've done an entrance room.
Sweet.
It's looking really good.
Do you still have the terrain paint?
Yeah, on another lot.
Maybe you should add it to this lot underneath the house.
I don't think so. It's okay. I mean, it would be a nice Easter egg if we drew onto every house.
I was gonna say, that's really what we should have done in Snowy Escape.
I know, but we were all too good.
Really should have signed it Joms.
Yeah. Oh, this looks good. Did you want some?
No, I'm okay. I had my breakfast.
Did you have a nice breakfast?
Yes, I can show you a photo.
Okay. Yes, I can show you a photo.
Yeah, well, I only took a photo because Bowser was sitting right in front of it.
Aww. Oh, wow. That looks so good. Can I show the stream?
I can just... Hang on, I'll put it on the Discord.
Oh, yeah, I can check it on the Discord.
It'd be easier than trying to put it up to the screen.
Has Bowser had breakfast?
Yeah, he loved it, the new thing.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
good.
was all gone.
All gone?
Yeah, he had all of it.
That's surprising. Usually he takes a little while
He
to
loved it.
warm up to a new breakfast. He's like, what are you
I'll put it
feeding
in
me?
pet pics.
He's been such a good boy. I was telling the chat how he's sleeping in these days.
Yeah.
And we're like, what is happening? And that we didn't wake up because
Yeah,
our dog alarm didn't wake up.
Yeah, because we're so used to him waking us up at like pretty much 8:30 on the dot, and then yesterday he just didn't.
And
So,
we were
yeah,
like,
I posted it in the pet pics on your Discord.
Nice.
I said for me, and then that.
That's a big hash brown.
Oh, it's 2. There's
Oh.
one after the other.
What should we call the family who lives here? They're kind of a weird family that someone like Aunt Petunia would really dislike living next door to them.
The Potters.
The Plotters. I mean, it could work.
Oh, have you opened this yet? Are you waiting?
Yes, I got a ginger tea.
Oh, tea time. Ew.
Lemongrass and
The
ginger.
giant hair tattoo.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't the best though. It was a bit. It wasn't. It's very subtle.
Did it need to brew longer, maybe?
Mm-mm.
No, it says 3 to 5 minutes, yeah. And I assume it's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, James here today, just filling in while Deligracy can't talk. I assume you're done with this. I'll get rid of that.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't find any smoothies.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just not the area for
It's not
smoothies.
a smoothie area. There's that one place, but they only let you choose one add-on, which is weird.
So odd.
Yeah, it's like this smoothie place. It's like you can choose one thing. You can either have coffee or protein. You can't have both. It's like, oh.
And then they're like, this is the base smoothie. You can add
One thing.
one thing to it.
What?
You can add one thing to your vanilla smoothie.
It's like maybe if you go into the store, you could add more, but like, yeah, the app just doesn't work.
I don't think they've figured out the app yet. Like
Yeah,
how
that was
to
tough.
do
Alright,
it.
I'll leave you to it. Have fun.
Aw,
Have fun,
jump.
kids.
Jump. The carpet is so tiny. Button, are you still here? Testing Button's loyalty to the Deligracy stream. I think you left. Dang. Loyalty gone. What should we put in here? We could put maybe some bookshelves. Maybe some bookshelves. I feel like the bookshelves in this house wouldn't really match. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Oh, the grandfather clock. Good one. Good one. So how are you guys going with postage and Christmas at the moment? Do you find your gifts are getting lost? Alice, I agree. I think that would be a really good idea. He probably went to bed, yeah. No, I was just gonna ask him about Minecraft. Actually, the grandfather clock would be nice in the entrance room, wouldn't it? Actually, no. No, because then you can't, like, sit and watch it tick. Sits on an angle. They're taking forever. Mail's taking longer. Yeah, I think half of James's gift has been lost. Because my order got split into two, and I received the first order. No word about the next order, though. So, I don't know. Okay, that's a nice little room. It's got the bathroom. So this is gonna be the lounge room. Do we want to do the lounge room yet? I think we should just maybe copy and paste the bathroom. Over to here. Actually, maybe we can get a different sink. They would have renovated this house so many times. This could be like a really random cool sink. It's hard to keep the workforce going because a lot of people are sick. Damn. That's so bad. We're so lucky in Australia because we did all of those massive lockdowns. And, we still have restrictions. It have gradually gotten a lot better, but we haven't, you know, there's not many people sick here. I don't know what the country cases are. But I really feel for other countries. Also, I know what it's like to do the big lockdowns. It's so tough. Because I think ours was 110 days of like big lockdown. It was hard. Very difficult. Why did no mirrors sit above this? Oh my god, Amy. That's crazy. Hey, little dicker, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Melbourne is now over 30 days with no cases. And that's crazy, because we got to 800 a day. Let's talk about something happy. Do you know when the base game update is? I have no idea. I wonder when the skin tone update is happening. They seem to be working on that really hard. They're definitely not rushing it, which is, I think, a good thing. Ray's Reality, thank you so much for the 6 months. Kuritoshi, thank you for the 3 months at tier 2 and for the gorgeous comment. Carlspark, thank you for the 5 months. Lovely comment as well. Shay Weiner, Owena, thanks for the 8 months. The Singing Bake Dress, thank you for the 2 months. There's so many nice comments with the resubs today as well. Thank you guys. December 8th. Oh, that's really soon. Nada DSNY, thank you for the 5 months. Ezra, thank you for the 23 months. 23. Hat Tea Time, love it. Thank you for the 2 months. From the UK, how you doing? Becca, thanks for the 4 months. Kalisa Jade, thank you for the 100. Jazz Magical Shares, thanks for the 3 months. Bunches, thank you for the 6 months. Yang Sissy, thank you so much for the 6 months as well with Prime. Appreciate you guys. Hannah, thank you for the 7 months. Pixel, thank you for the 2 months. Indigo Soul for the 7 months. Pig, Kiesa, thank you for the 3 months. Westwood Law, thank you for the 8 months. 1 more month until we have ourselves a stream, baby. I want to call it Kathy. You can name your stream baby if you would like to. Or I can name it for you. Donny, thank you so much for the 3 months. Viking Mama, thank you for the Prime sub. I have Spooky Noob. I have. I read all about that as well. Very, very, very tea. Very tea. Happy Lex, thanks for the 5 months. Amazing Grace, thanks for the Prime sub. JWow, thank you for the 3 months. Death Builds, thank you for the 2 months. Haddison9, thank you for the Prime sub. 2 Milks, 1 Sugar, thank you for the 6 months. Fairy Kitten, thank you for the 5 months. Willoughby, thank you for the 2 months. My Mika82, thank you for the 3 months. Fairy Kitten for the 5 months. Hayden's4 for the 4 months. Okay, Jessica, thank you for the 2 months with Prime. Yay, on my way to the sub, baby. That's right. Okay, Jessica, thank you for the 2 months. And Ms. MT Queen for the 10 months with Haley coming in with the 2 months. That's crazy. 10 months? 10 months is a long time. Oh, you just adopted a rescue kitten? Eddie loves when I sing Do You Love My Farmhouse? And everybody needs a daycare day. Yay! Everybody needs a daycare day. There should just be these bespoke toilet cleaning products on a shelf. Speaking of which, my sister found a different looking toilet brush. It looks pretty cool. It's like, it doesn't have all the brush part on it. It's just like a sleek rubber brush with like one rubber surface. I was like, that looks a lot more hygienic than having all the bristles. And I just thought I'd share that with you guys because you might have something similar. Is that a sink? Is it CC? Yeah, this is a sink from Realm of Magic. It's actually one of the coolest items I've seen in the game. It's like a cool peacock. I want to see a peacock. Lockdown is much more bearable with you, Jarms, and Dr. Glue on. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. I wish I could stream more for you guys. What was that, little ticker? And less wasteful. Some people throw away disposable ones. Oh, do people use disposable toilet brushes? Yeah, Shane Wiener. I think there's some really exciting toilet brushes coming out in 2020. Like, you know, 2020 has been really, really difficult, but one of the highlights is new toilet brushes. Technology, very nice. Deli is so naughty today. I'm not naughty, am I? What have I done today that's naughty other than the pee-pee? Everyone loves the pee-pee joke. You gotta be excited about something this year. Exactly. It all started with the flower. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a very immature sense of humor that is not sophisticated at all. And oh, this mustard rug. I don't know, like, I guess James shares a similar sense of humor. That's why we get along. And I don't know, we just do really weird stuff around the house. Like, if it's too quiet, we hiss like cats at each other. I shouldn't tell you guys this stuff on stream. But anyway, it's just, I don't know. Strange sense of humor. I don't know where I learned it. I don't know if you guys share it, but I just find odd things funny. So we just go, oh, thank you, that's very sweet, Sammy. You and James share my sense of humor, it's refreshing. Okay, good. I'm glad we're not the only ones. Because we'll just be like... You guys do what around the house when it's quiet? I couldn't hear. Oh, we like hiss like cats at each other. We go. I'm sorry, I can't do that rug. It's too gross. Another thing we do is like, I reckon heaps of people do this. When there's like a microwave going or a beeping sound or something, we dance to it. So it's like when the microwave turns on, we go. Does anyone else do that? I dance to my microwave. Yeah, see? Okay. Most of us are grown-ups. Oh. It's 11:20 a.m. Do the movie stuff day catch? Movie day stuff catch? I definitely do make up songs about. Yeah, remember dial-up internet? It was like... I used to like dance to it. Okay, so basically, It's completely normal to dance to a microwave and or sing to it. And yeah, that's normal. So that's good. I love that, I love sharing weird things with the stream and then realizing that other people do the same things. Makes me happy. Why do Reubens taste so good? I love a Reuben sandwich. If you've never had one, you should try one. Could like double up on rugs here, maybe size this one down. Oh my gosh, Atomic Sunburst, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That is beautiful. Thank you, Atomic. Could you please get some Bobo love? You guys have been really generous today, and the comments have been so nice as well. Thank you, guys. Oh, you've been vegetarian for 4 years, and you miss Reubens so much. They're a good sandwich, and if you have tried one in America and New York, that's a pretty cool experience if you ever go to New York. That's something that we did while we were there. It's like on the to-do list. Totally forgot about the macadamia milk latte. Weird. You're trying to resub with Prime, but it isn't letting you. Mods, do you think there might be some issue with Prime subs today? Because I'm noticing a lot of people struggling. I think there might be an issue. It seems weird. What's on a Reuben? I don't even know. It's just like pickled stuff. Just tastes good. With American cheese. With American yellow cheese. And they're very much on trend in Australia right now, I think. Oh, let's use the crate. I think I want to homeschool. No, I don't want to homeschool my kids. You know, I think though, stream, I want to freak you guys out. This is gonna freak Milo out. If Milo's still here. Hopefully she's not here anymore. That was a quick change of mind, Deli, yeah. Okay, good, she's not here. I think I want to get married. Like, not now, but it's the first time I've thought, you know what? I think I would like to at some point. A Reuben is a Swiss cheese, marble rye bread, Thousand Island dressing, sauerkraut, corned beef, or pastrami. There you go. Yeah, because I've never really wanted to, but I'm like, I think I'm at the stage where I would like to at some point. And I noticed the other day, and it's just like a nice thing to realize. Because for years, it just scared the bejesus out of me, the idea of marrying anyone. And they are delicious, they're so good, Mrs. Gluon. But I'm not saying that means I want to get married like tomorrow. I'm just saying one day, you know? Might be nice. It could be nice, you know? I don't know if I'll marry James, or might see what other fish are out there. I'm kidding. It's meh deligracy. Yeah, also I'm aware that I probably made a lot of people at home roll their eyes. Because it's really annoying hearing when someone wants to get married or have a baby when you're not at that stage yet. Because for years I've been like, I don't get the marriage thing. Like, why you'd want to do that? What's the point? Poor Johns. Hopefully you didn't hear that. I was kidding. I'm being silly. I thought it was funny to make us Facebook official last night as it's complicated, like the classic Facebook joke. And then James made me delete it because he said it was mean. In my country, the only reason I would consider marriage is for tax deduction. You pay less tax if you're married? Seriously? That's crazy. Aw, that's nice. Cat loves to shop. That's something I'd do. In America, it's a tax deduction to be married. I don't understand. You saved $7,000 in taxes when you got married? Well, we pay taxes individually in Australia. It's not like a combined... When you're married, from what I understand, you don't combine your taxes. You still pay them separately. You can income split with your spouse? That's so weird. You can claim tax together? Oh my god, I never knew that. So if you're like a billionaire or like a multi-millionaire, you should marry someone to save a lot of tax. That's crazy. What, Great Gatsby? That makes no sense. Whoa. But renting a house is more if you're married? Oh, wow. We pay a lot of tax in Australia. Like, our taxes... Well, actually, I don't know. I'm not educated well enough. But from what I understand, Australia pays pretty high tax. But that's why we have a good healthcare system, for example. So there's benefits to being a higher tax-paying country. At least the Australian tax system is better. I mean, it's still confusing. Our financial year doesn't start on the 1st of January. It starts... I get confused every time. It's either on the... Wait, is it the... What is it again? Is it the 1st of June? What's the Australian tax year again? It's like the 1st of June to the 30th of July. It's really weird. It's so annoying. Financial year in Australia starts July 1st and ends June 30th. How confusing is that? How did I not know this? I live in the US. Oh my gosh. Oh, little Dicker, thank you so much for the bits. Can I join the love train too? I've been watching you since the 2016 apartment renter video. Really? And it feels so surreal to have been featured on your channel and being able to talk to you. Love you lots. Oh, little Dicker, I didn't know you had been watching for that long. Aw, I'm so glad that we chat now. Like... And I've been able to show off your amazing creations. That's so cool. In Argentina, we have a lot of taxes. So when you marry, you pay a little less. That seems so wrong to pay less when you're married. Because that's so, like, that makes you literally, like, disadvantaged if you're single, which is a horrible thing. You have tax deductions for having kids? I don't know what Australia does with kids because I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know. That's crazy to me, though. I can't believe that. Getting married lowers your tax. That's nuts. And in Texas, I read that in Texas you don't pay income tax. You pay a bit more, like, tax on your... I think you pay more property tax, but you don't have any income tax, which to me is like... That's crazy. Australia would never. They don't count Bowser as your kid? I know. I mean... he really needs to start contributing to the household funds now that he's matured. I need to get him some sponsors. No state income tax? What the freak? So if you made like $60,000 in a year, you don't have to pay any tax. You just keep all of it. I'm gonna move to Monaco. Nah, I'm happy paying tax. I like that it helps. I mean, I know not all of my tax goes to good things, but I do hope that a lot of it does. Oh, we pay federal income tax, just no state income tax. Okay, I don't really know the difference. It's all very interesting. Taxes and all of that really stresses me out just because I don't understand. I'm not very well educated in that sphere. Like, they didn't teach us about tax in school, and it's not something I've studied, so it's running my own business as a YouTuber. There's been a lot of learning to do. Because it is complicated with tax in Australia, having a line of work that is so new. And my sister, thank God my sister helps me with it, otherwise I would really struggle. Anyway, so this has been a great chat about tax. Love it. Not a film student, thank you for the bits. And Atomic Burst, thank you for gifting a sub to Chelsea Cat. Valerie's mum, thank you for the 4 months. And Laura McCaleb, thank you for the 6 months. I live in Texas, and yes to your tax statement. Why don't they teach us stuff in high school? I don't know. School's actually a pretty, like... Not that I'm a teacher, but I feel like school's a very outdated system. Because most of the stuff in school you don't really use. I mean, a lot of it you do. Like language and basic maths. But a lot of it I don't use. You know? Save your game, thanks Tara. And it's weird that, well, I know is it in Sweden? Is it in Sweden, Mithla, that university is free? Or paid by tax, like everyone's taxes? Because in Australia, uni is very expensive. Like, it is a big privilege to go to university. and then you have to pay off what's called a hex debt. So say like I went to do a graphic design course. I think it was a $20,000 course. It ended up being like 30,000. And basically you go to uni, you don't have to pay it right away. And then when you get a job, you have to pay it off every year automatically. So people are left with these huge debts, like even before they start making a living. And it's just crazy because when my mom went to uni, they didn't have hex debt. Like uni was free. I have 2 master's degrees and they were both completely free. Like that's so amazing. Myth flex. I love it. We love a myth flex. No, that makes it sound like Myth flexes all the time, but she doesn't. But yeah, in Brazil it's like that too. Public uni can be pretty good. Yeah, we don't, I don't think we have, does Australia have a public university? I don't think so. School can be up to $80,000 for 4 years in the US. Uni is free, but not the books if you can't borrow them from the library. I owe about 30 grand for a bachelor. Yeah, I think mine was like $25,000 to $30,000 hex debt. So when I was, when I was 21, I owed 30 grand. Like, that does not make sense. Most unis are public in Australia, but you have to pay for them, don't you? Or did I go... I don't think I know anyone who hasn't had to pay for their uni. You can get a radiology tech degree for like 12,000. That's still so much money. Oh, interesting. Yeah, did you know that apparently you have to pay for all unis in Australia? Some are just more expensive, private. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. So I just find that crazy. I mean, I guess if we had like a shortage of teachers, for example, then we could, the government could be like, teaching degree, if you enter a teaching degree this year, it will be free. I mean, I guess they could do that. Maybe at some point. But it's so weird, isn't it? Like, you need people to go to university to do some of the core things to run your country. For example, nursing. We need nurses. We need doctors. So you're going to make the people who want to do that pay astronomical prices when they're so young. It doesn't make sense because they're doing a service to your country. God, I'm so political today. I feel so invigorated. But seriously, that doesn't make sense, does it? That would have been so sad, like back when it was free in Australia, when like the day that it changed that you had to pay. We also have a little bit of a problem, I think. A lot of international students come to Australia to study. And, well, I don't know what's happening right now. But, yay, Sandra, that's awesome. Delhi 2020. KTS Little Monkey, thanks for the Prime sub. A lot of international students study in Australia. I don't know what's happening right now with COVID, but the university started, I think, taking a lot of international students who were kind of taking up places in limited courses so that Australians couldn't do the course, and then they go back to their country, and then there's like the Australians who weren't able to do that course because the internationals pay more, so the university, they're like, yeah, so I guess they have to be really careful about monitoring that. I remember in my uni, I felt so bad because there were some international students in my course who were paying so much to be there, and they could barely speak English. And it's like they were in our class, which is quite small, being asked to like present to a class of, well, of like 20 people, barely being able to speak English. Like, it would have been so stressful for them. Oh, that's good, Laguna. I think you should put an organ somewhere. That happens in the US too. Yeah, film. I heard it's like astronomical. Oh, that's exciting, Rabina. That's hard, Haley. She could come home anytime she wanted though, technically, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Great Gatsby. That's so hard. Oh, that's cool, Sandra. Yeah, crazy, Ashley. We have a lot of Chinese students that come here and I feel terrible because they get so isolated with classes that are very speaking intensive. Yeah, it's not really designed to make learning easy for people coming over. It's kind of like the universities just are like, yeah, we're going to take all these international students because we're going to get paid a lot of money for that, but we're not going to set up a comfortable learning environment for them because we can't be bothered. And we're just going to let them into the course even though, you know, they can barely understand what the teacher's saying and they still have to present. Like that, I just feel like that would be a horrible experience for them. Anyway, it is very interesting to discuss though, because I think there's a lot of things that do need to change. And that's why I am running for 2022. Yay! Sim presidency. I think I'd like to be the board. I mean, I think I'd like to be on the board of a committee, just so I can be like, I'm on the board of something. I'll vote for you. Let's see how many votes we can get. What board could I join? President. For Deligracy. I'll get you guys badges. Or maybe like I want to join one of those really funny they're in like every American movies, like ladies club. There's some great, you know, clubs around the world that I think are great though. Academia milk latte. The board of pickles. Should we make a board? What should we discuss? We should have a board and then discuss like issues with The Sims every week or something. I don't know. Discuss Vice President Berber. Yes. And then I can have like an order. Today we're going to be discussing my vitamins. Why is there chocolate in my vitamins bowl? First Gentleman James. I've never had macadamia nut milk. I've really gotten into oat milk. Oh, I like oat milk too. How do you get the macadamia nut milk in your coffee? I assume it's kind of like when you get milk from almonds. You soak them over a certain amount of hours and then you get like a cheesecloth and you like squeeze the milk out. So you add water. So essentially the water kind of brings into it the nut. I made almond milk once myself. It was amazing. It was so good and really easy, but really time consuming. What would be your dream job? Mine is cybersecurity. Interesting. I actually listened to a podcast today about a guy who's involved in cybersecurity. They were talking about, what were they talking about? Like phones and oh wait, no, he owns a messaging app that isn't tracked. So they were saying the unsafest form of messaging is like a regular text message. So Android phones, if you don't use like an alternative messaging app, that's like the easiest message to kind of be intercepted and collected. iMessage is not as bad because it goes through Apple servers, I think, but obviously can still be intercepted. So then this guy made like another form of messaging that's like cryptic safe or whatever. It's interesting. I haven't sent an SMS in 10 years. I have sent SMSs to people who have Android phones, and also like if there's poor reception, like internet connection reception. But in Europe, I've heard that WhatsApp is like massive. Everyone uses WhatsApp. WhatsApp isn't used that much here. I mean, it's used a bit. In Italy, it's standard to have a WhatsApp. Like, if you don't have it, it's weird. Yeah. See, in Australia, not everyone has WhatsApp. It's like I use WhatsApp with my auntie and one other guy. So that was kind of an interesting podcast. Whenever I run, I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast because he has so many coming out. And I know, I say it every time, I know lots of you guys don't like the Joe Rogan podcast. Totally understand, respect it. That's fine. But I really like the guests, all the guests that go on. I find it so interesting. And that it's quite casual and it's not too sophisticated, like it's easy to understand. Because I'm not an academic, you know. I'm not like a really big reader either. So I need things not to have fluff about them. I need it to be like very direct, Aries, straight to the point, conversation, no fluff. I can't listen to like academic podcasts. I can't do it. I really like the Joe Rogan podcast. Same. A lot of people don't like him because I think the main thing I've seen is people call him transphobic. I haven't actually heard any comments from him that are transphobic. However, his podcast is so like traditional masculine. It definitely isn't it just doesn't sound really open, I guess, and inviting to someone who may be transgender. I think just how they speak about it, it's not like, he needs to work on that, but I don't think it's transphobic at all. That's my interpretation, so I can understand why people think that, but I think it's a case of him needing to adjust it a bit to kind of get with the times, you know what I mean? Does that make sense to you guys? It's a little on the edge of being toxic masculine. Exactly. That's a much better way of articulating it. For sure. It's a little bit borderline toxic masculinity. And when they did like the fight companions where they would talk about fights, it was so boys club. But I think he's getting better. But that's how the podcast started. Like, it was just like chatting with the boys kind of thing. So I totally get why people don't like him, because they're like, he's not like... He pretty much is like, I don't care if, you know, if you're gay. Like, I don't care. You live your life. You do what you want. So he's not homophobic at all. So I'm not really sure where people pull that from. I don't know, maybe he said stuff in the past that I haven't heard. I don't know. I just find it really interesting. There's really great guests on there, and it varies as well. It's fair, though, not to want to wait for someone to get with the times. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, though, there's a lot of, like, judgment, though, when you listen to someone or a podcast. Like, when I've said I've listened to a certain podcast or watched a certain channel, people are like, you shouldn't do that. I don't like them. And therefore, because you listen to them, that makes me judge you. And now you're a bad person. And I hate that. I hate that culture that's around at the moment. Because just because you listen to someone doesn't mean that you agree with everything they say. And I definitely found that with the Joe Rogan podcast when I said I listened to it. Yeah, I don't like that culture either. Yeah, it's like, it's pretty full on. What was the YouTuber I was watching? I was watching a YouTuber and I told people that I watched them, and then after that I just decided never to tell people what YouTubers I watched. I got called sexist by greeting everyone in my stream as buddy. Hey, buddy. It's probably because, like, historically it goes back to some misogynistic greeting that we don't really understand, but someone who studied it does. But the thing is, how is the average person meant to know that? Buddy seems very friendly to me. Shane Dawson or Jeffree Star, maybe? No, I never really got super into Shane Dawson's videos. I like Shane Dawson. I've watched some of his stuff, but I've never been, like, watching him daily or weekly, just now and then. Jeffree Star, I don't really watch Jeffree. A little bit. I like Mr. Kate. I like, recently James got me into the H3H3 podcast. We really like watching Frenemies. What else do I watch? I don't actually watch that much YouTube. If I'm being completely honest. I love Frenemies. I like Jeffree, I'm not afraid to admit it. That's cool. Oh yeah, I used to watch Nikki tutorials a lot. I really liked Nikki tutorials. I kind of got over the beauty. I think I was into beauty YouTubers maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and then I kind of got over them because I lost interest in makeup. These two seaters together, what vibe are we going for? So we're going for a very, like, the family who lives here are a little odd, you know, they're a little left wing. When I say a little odd, I don't mean it in a bad way, I mean it in a, like, you know, they walk to the beat of their own drum. But if people go over to their house, they're like, this is interesting. I miss Jenna Marbles. Yeah. She seemed like a really... She came across to me as a cool YouTuber. I haven't watched heaps of Jenna Marbles, but... I mean, I've watched her. I used to watch a lot of Simply Nailogical too. I like what she and Ban have been doing for the you know, students. They give away generous scholarships, and I like that Christina, you know, she is happy in comfy clothes and she doesn't have to, she just seems like herself. I really like that. I watch Trisha sometimes, don't judge me, but I really like when she does her really really like over the top hauls of designer things. I totally watch that, even though I think it's really bad. Don't tell anyone. We're doing ASMR. I'm telling the stream what I watch on YouTube, but I'm scared to say because whenever I tell people what I watch on YouTube, people judge me. No, not Trisha. I know. I love watching Trisha's eating videos when I'm eating alone. I don't know. I sometimes watch her. Just don't tell anyone, because last time I said I watched Trisha, it was not pretty. You have interesting taste. I know. I really like Mr. Kate at the moment. I've been watching a few. Oh, you know who I really like recently? The guy who does like skincare videos. Hyam? I watch James Turner. Don't tell anyone. I watch James Turner too sometimes. I'm still secretly a fangirl. Hiram. Yeah, I really like Hiram. God, he is charismatic. Do you guys think? He's really good on YouTube. Oh, you watch him too? He's really good. I think he can go really far on YouTube. Like, I think he could break out of the just doing skin types of videos. I think he could. I don't know. Sometimes I just watch some people on YouTube. I'm like, dude, you can go so far on this platform because you're just a charismatic person. And Hiram's one of those people. Have you ever had Ensure? I'm addicted to it. No. I watch James when he posts. Do you guys? Hey, does anyone watch me here but not on YouTube? I won't be offended. This isn't a trick question. Peter Draws? I don't know who that is. I need to find some YouTubers to watch. I prefer watching you live. Interesting. I think watching people live is a very different experience to watching their videos. Like Gluon, I love watching live, but I don't think... And this is Gluon, if you're still watching, I feel bad saying this, but I don't watch nearly as many videos as I do his streams. Oh wow, so many of you guys watch both. That's really impressive. I defs moved away from YouTube, watch way more Twitch now. Yeah. Don't feel bad, Deligracy. Although, I have to say, Mrs. Gluon, when I... Oh god. Dr. Gluon's Scenario Escape LP. Oh god, I pissed myself laughing watching his intros. James and I just watched them together. Like, this guy is so funny. I don't watch him on YouTube either. I really like watching the start of James's Rags to Rich series. Like, I love watching the first 7 episodes. Who is Bailey? I keep seeing people say Bailey. What does Bailey do? What in the world are you popping? I'm having my vitamins. This is my multivitamin. I do it automatically. I forget that it looks like I'm popping so many pills. I think that's 4, 5, 6, about 7 vitamins. With Powerade, well, this is all that I have right now. This is the only water that fits me right now. She's on Facebook and covers true crime. That's sugar, not water. Yeah, the reason why I'm having this is because when I went for my run, it's really, it's a hotter day, but the sun was like really hot and I was running in the sun for a lot of it. And when I got back, I felt like I wanted to throw up. So James was like, maybe you need some electrolytes. That's why I had this. I don't know what happened to the Sim supply. I feel like he got like really... He became really like up himself and then he just disappeared from YouTube. I do not know what happened to that guy. I don't know that guy. I don't know her. Alright, back to our build. Gosh, I've got the go slows today. We should have played Bug Snacks. It was such a good day for Bug Snacks. Should have gone there. I think because this is the last house as well, it's like, must finish. Bug Snacks. It's a little place where we can see weird stuff. Bug Snacks. I really want this merch finalized. I really want it finalized. I shouldn't have said anything until I knew it was going to be ready. But I got excited. Oh, those look really pretty at the front of the house. I quite like that. Let's put one of these mats out the front. Oh, they definitely would have pets here. Such a pet-friendly family. We love chatting with you. Yay! So what's true crime? What shows do you watch for build inspiration? I watch Grand Designs. I love Grand Designs. It's like my favorite thing ever. It's like totally my favorite thing that I've ever watched. Maybe they have cats instead of dogs here. Maybe they have cats. Actually, that's a good idea because we can put like the kitty litter in the bathroom. It's like here. True crime is just non-fiction crime. Oh. Murder mystery and stuff. So wait, does Bailey like comment, like look at true crime stories and like chat about it or? You love the Grand Designs? How good is it? I feel like we've got too much wallpaper in here. I feel like it needs to be broken up a little bit. I'm not really... I think when I was a teenager, I was much more interested in crime. But not so much now. I find it a little... I think I find it too depressing. Oh, yuck. This does not look good. I've never watched Grand Designs. I feel like I'm missing out. It's good. Kevin's my man. Kevin McLeod's like the person, is the celebrity I dream to have dinner with one day. Like, if there was ever an opportunity to meet him, I'd be like, yes, I will fly during the pandemic to wherever. No, I wouldn't do that because that is not smart. But, and I might not be able to come back to Australia. But just let me put it this way. I really like Kev. What would you ask him? Will you marry me? No, I would ask him... What do you... I would ask him, can I see his house? Because I want to see what his house looks like. Get wrecked, James. No, I'm not in love with Kevin. I just think he's cool. But no, I don't want to like marry Kevin. What happens if he lives in a house like this? He wouldn't. I actually think I Googled his house. Like, not where it's located, but what it looks like. I think I saw the house he sold. And it was pretty much what I expected. But we haven't done any celebrity home tours for a while. Oh god, I don't know what kitchen to have. The only problem with having these beautiful blue tiles is finding kitchen counters to go with it. Sure. You need to watch some George Clark shows. No, we all know my ultimate celebrity crush is George Costanza. When was it that... what's your favorite color combo for Christmas lights? I just like white lights. Not white lights, yellow lights. I don't really do Christmas decorations. Probably just white or yellow plain ones. Vanilla lights. I'm pretty boring. Maybe the nice base game ones with a tile. Like this one. Oh yeah. Maybe just this. Because it goes with the wood. George Costanza, I'm dead. What? I can't remember. Why did everyone think I had a crush on George Costanza? I forgot what happened. There was something really awkward that happened. Oh, I think I told you about it on stream, but it happened with my friends IRL. You had a dream about him, that's right. I had a special dream about George Costanza, and then I was like, why did I dream about that? See you, Kylisa Jade. Thank you so much for your support today. My celeb crush is Kendall Jenner. She has a Doberman dog, which I thought was pretty cool. That she has. I mean, it's pretty smart if you're like an A-list celebrity to have a dog on you. Like, that's the best security you could have. Because no one's gonna want to... You know, they've had some really scary stuff happen in that family, so... I probably would want a guard dog too. Doberman, that's the type of dog. My dad used to have one when he was younger, before I was born. You have to train them really well. They're very trainable too, but they can be pretty scary. I can't take the Jenners Kardashians seriously. I feel like we've been told to like them because they're famous for being famous. Yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating thing, isn't it? I don't know. I don't really know how I feel. I think it's just... I feel like people have said that they were like the first people to be famous for being famous, but in every generation there's people who are famous for being famous, or like it's normal for humans to kind of... I think it's really normal for humans. Like, look at high schools, for people to kind of, for someone to sit up on a platform for being popular. Like, it's just part of the human social construct, I think, that happens. I don't think they're the first of their kind. There's been Hollywood families who are famous in the past, royalty that people have become obsessed with. They're just another family that got famous. So I think there's a lot more hype than probably there needs to be. It is interesting though. It's fascinating how they managed to do that. I do find the plastic surgery thing I don't know. It's just a lot. Did you mean a Doberman? What did I say? A Doberman? A Doberman? What was I saying before? Dobermans? Dobermans. Doberman? I thought it was a Doberman. Yay, Pixelated Jordan. Hello. Good to see you. Doberman? Dopamine? Did I say a dopamine? Dopamine. Oh, I've been saying dopamine as in the drug. My bad, dopamine. It's okay, sweetie. You're doing great. I don't think they should have heating in this house. Dopamine. That's funny. God, she makes me laugh. You like these tiles? These are from vampires. I thought they were pretty cool. Not sure about them with the brick. Probably would suit the tiled wall more. I wish we had more matching tiles to go with some of the floor tiles and vice versa. Because I do feel like we have some really fantastic tiles in the game, but we don't really have the tiles to go with them. Pardon me. Explains why I've never seen them before. Hey puppy, what's up? KTS Little Monkey, thank you so much for subscribing. Dopamine. That's funny. If only there was an upcoming CC pack that could fit all your needs. I love those tiles. Wonder who made these beautiful tiles. A Doberman. Yeah, that's how you meant to say it. Maybe we could do, no, I don't know. Maybe we should just keep the stone. It's hard to, this is my favorite brick. This is from City Living. Maybe we just do like Realm of Magic bricks. So they're like less. Oh, wow. This looks like you go tap, 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 and you're on the way to Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley. I love The Sims very much. Oh, guys, did you see the double upload yesterday? So annoying. So I botched my upload time. Not only did I do that, but instead of tonight's video, which was meant to go live at 11 p.m., I accidentally set it up for yesterday, 11 a.m. So it's really botched up the channel. Oh, Sammy, you should have some dark chocolate. That's what my mum says. A while back, you promised The Last of Us 2 when you were in Sydney. This is true. I'm not very good, am I? I've been naughty. Promising The Last of Us 2 and you guys are waiting for it and not actually playing it yet. You didn't notice that? Yeah, I don't think many people did. This house is awful in the best way possible. I know. God, you know what I would just hate in this house? The dusting. I don't like dust. Dust is something that does gross me out. A bit. I know it's really dramatic to say that, but I just don't like dust. Like, my dream house to build would be... I wouldn't even have open shelves in the kitchen to put plates and stuff on because I wouldn't want them to get dusty. I'd put everything in cabinets. Dusting? Who dusts these days other than my grandmother? Are you in Sydney for the holidays? We're going to have a Turner Christmas, so Christmas with James's family on the 13th. And so if that falls on a stream day, I won't be live on the 13th. I haven't actually checked that yet. I think that's on a weekend though. Oh, that would be hard, no nibble. And then we drive back to be home in Melbourne for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then I think we're gonna be kind of going between Sydney and Melbourne for living. I think there's a loose idea that will come back up in March. And then probably again for winter in Australia, because Melbourne winters can become, as Milo and Tara would know, very grey and a bit depressor. So we'll probably come up here where it's a bit warmer. Yeah, we just go while we can, I guess, enjoy going between the two. Now that we know Bowser can handle the drive, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, dust is dead skin cells mostly. That's what I don't like about it. I'm like, ew. Ugh. It's yucky. It's normal though, so I really shouldn't be grossed out by it because dust is a very normal thing. But hey, you know, humans have always, you know, used a broom to even brush and clean the dust out of little clay huts. So typically, you know, humans don't necessarily like dust. I'm not really grossed out by that much. Really just millipedes and dust I don't like. And gory stuff. Okay, if I put this in here, then I can't fit the bin in, so let's not do that. Sydney summer is too humid for me now. I'm accumulated to Melbourne. So Tara, did you grow up in Sydney and then move down to Melbourne? It's definitely more humid here, so we definitely need to be in Melbourne for the hottest, you know, January, February, because the humidity will probably be, well, it's a bit much for me, and it's also, for Bowser, you know, his humidity is not good for him. He actually is very happy in aircon and in an apartment. Like, he just likes to go out and pretty much sit down and watch people for a bit, go for a very small 20-minute walk. And he's happy to come back. But on the days where it's like even too hot to just be outside for 10 minutes, that's when I'd rather be in Melbourne. You lived in Sydney for 3 years before moving to Melbourne. Ah, interesting. This is what I say, coming from the Midwest of the US, where we get the full spectrum of weather options. There is no bad weather, only bad clothing options. I like that. I feel like I've lived in Australia for too long to ever get used to snow. I don't think I could live in a snowy place for a big winter. Like, is Mrs. Gluon still here? How do you manage kids when it's snowing outside? Like, what do the kids do? Like, do they just have to play inside? You're not ready for your snowy escape. No. We'll put the hanging herbs in the kitchen. I like that idea too. Snow suits and play in the snow. So the kids just play in the backyard still, just in different clothes. We always played in the snow when I was a kid. Really? Oh. So it's just the same. You just wear snow clothes. Winter is the best. Do you have to worry about your kids getting too cold? Miller, do you like the snow? Just put on a coat and boots. Always layer up. Little Dicker, that's cool. I saw snow for the first time when I was... How old was I? I think when I was 17, I went to a snow camp. And I remember seeing it for the first time and being like, whoa. But I hadn't seen snow before then. Seeing snow in Australia, there's very few places in Australia that it snows. So you have to travel up like mountains to go to the snow. And like in Victoria, there's Mount Hotham and Mount... What's the other one? Hotham, and you can tell I'm not a snow person. It's okay. You've never seen snow. You'll see it one day. Hotham, Falls Creek, and Mount Buller. Those are the ones. Mount Buller, I think, is the biggest place to go. I think that's where I had my camp. And I worked to save up to go on the camp or pay part of that school camp. Because my school offered some very unique experiences. And yeah, I remember seeing snow for the first time there. But it's like a pretty massive privilege if you're a family who goes to the snow every year in Australia, because it's so expensive. So, like, for example, the kids at my school who were into snow sports and their family, like, had a house at the snow, they were generally really well-off families. And my family, we never had money to take a holiday at the snow, so I didn't see it until I was much older, and then I saved up to go on that school camp. I have an Aussie internet friend, and he told me that life in Australia is extremely expensive. It is an expensive country. I think if you moved from a lot of places to Australia, you might get a bit of a shock. I mean, it makes sense though. So Australia, you guys know where Australia is. It's like so far away from the rest of the world, and it's this huge continent with one country, which means we have a lot of things that have to be imported to the country. And the further the distance is to import something, the more expensive it is. So therefore, a lot of things are more expensive here. Taxes are higher. Like I was talking about before when we did our tax talk. We love tax talk with Deli. So that makes it more expensive. Houses here, like real estate, is really expensive compared to a lot of other places. Of course, there's always areas that are more affordable, but like if you're looking in areas where you are closer to the city, or you're not in rural areas, it can be quite expensive. Why else is Australia expensive? Aren't flights to Australia some of the longest? Yeah. I mean, if we want to go to America, it's a 15-hour straight flight to get to the West Coast. And then if you want to go to the East Coast, it's another 5 hours, I think. So it's a long way to Europe. I know people have done 30 hours of travel to Europe. I actually did the longest flight there is from... Actually, James and I did it together with Zeus, I think. We went from Western Australia. So we flew from our coastline, where Sydney and Melbourne is, to the East Coast to the West Coast. So that was 5 hours. And then we got on a direct flight, which is the longest direct flight, from Perth in Western Australia to London. And that was... How long is that flight? I think it's an 18-hour flight straight. I think that's the longest flight. And we were really lucky because we're frequent flyers. So when you're a frequent flyer, because we've been flown to events a lot, you can then, without paying anything extra, you can use your points to upgrade. And we got the upgrade to business. So we actually got to do that flight in business class. And that was awesome. That was really comfortable, and it was on the Dreamliner, which is one of the newer planes. So that was actually fine. It's a long time still on a plane. Yeah, I think we're just used to it though, because, I mean, if we want to go anywhere, it's a long way. You either just stay in Australia, or, I mean, we have New Zealand and a few islands and Indonesia. I couldn't do that in one of those bed pods. I think if I lived in another country and I'd never had to do those long flights, I'd be like, I could never do that. But you could definitely do it, and it's not as bad as what you think it would be. Your longest flight was 9 hours. A 15-hour flight, like the flight from Australia to LA, whether it's in economy or business. I mean, it's always lucky if you get a business upgrade. That's always lovely. But even in economy, it's quite doable because it is, like, it's not that bad at all, surprisingly, because it's like the right amount of time to have a little bit of a sleep. I can't sleep on planes. I have to take a sleeping pill, and that only puts me to sleep for 4 hours. But it's like, you settle in, you eat, you then sleep for 4 hours, and then you have like another several hours before you get there, so it's not that bad. And yeah, I see comments from you guys saying, oh, I'm really, scared of the poisonous animals in Australia. It's so crazy that that's like a thing that people are afraid of, because it just is so not a dangerous place to be for animals. Like, I'm like, I don't understand how people in America go hiking when there's bears around. We have koala bears. We don't have bears. Yeah, and if you're in cities, you don't see any of the poisonous animals. I think what we do probably have more of is spiders. But I don't know anyone who's been bitten by a spider. I don't... Oh, my dad was bitten by a spider once, but that's because he works, like, around cobwebs and lifting wood from underground houses and stuff. Do y'all have, like, spiders that fall from the sky? No. What? Like a bird spider? I think there's, like, a bird... Aren't bird spiders in South America? We barely ever see bears. Well, this is the thing. Oh wait, this is a dining room. This is the thing, like you never see those animals anyway. Like crocodiles, you have to go to Darwin, like far up north in the Northern Territory to see them. I've never seen a crocodile, except for at the zoo. Sometimes you can see kangaroos, but they're not gonna hurt you unless you go intrude on their space. I saw one video where a huge spider crawled in a car which was closed. Well, yeah, spiders can go in cars. They can do that anywhere in the world. But it's usually going to be like an older car. I just think the fear of Australia because of poisonous animals, like you don't need to worry. Do you guys think, okay, let me put it this way. You guys know, like I'm very open about my struggles with anxiety and having a generalized anxiety disorder. I get anxious a lot. Do you think I would live here if there was like crazy poisonous animals around me all the time? Only some Australian spiders are deadly. There are spiders all over the world that can be deadly. I think. Florida has worse animals. NZ is safer. I think NZ sounds like a good place to be. The only thing I would worry about is the earthquake situation in New Zealand. But then, like, Australia has wild bushfires, so it's like, wherever you go, there's going to be some natural disaster that you're going to have to put up with. Oh my god, in Florida, they teach you how to properly run away from alligators. There's alligators in Florida? I didn't know that. Cougars sound crazy. In Italy, we have earthquake simulations at school. That's cool. That's a good thing. Yeah, we got gators. I've been 3 here and you get used to the earthquakes. The buildings are built for earthquakes, so they wiggle all the time anyway. Florida's like a huge swampland, is it? Yeah, I don't really know much about Florida. All I know is Lil Simsy lives there, and Lil Simsy's awesome, so I think Florida sounds pretty good. Lil Simsy's so sweet. I'm so proud of her. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can have some pet treats in the dining room. She's from Chicago? Oh, is she originally? I don't know. Do you like theater at all? I'm not a big theater buff, but I have like watched Rent. I went to Chicago in New York. I like a lot of theater songs, but I'm not a theater buff. I don't really like going to shows, like theaters and movies, because I have like an anxiety where if I feel like I can't leave somewhere, then I get anxious. So if I have to watch like a 2-hour-long show, I feel like I can't leave, and then I feel anxious because I have to sit there the whole time. So I don't really enjoy going to things like that anymore, sadly. I never used to be like that. But when I had when I was sick in Italy, I developed like a weird escape anxiety after that because I was stuck there and couldn't go home for 3 weeks and I was ill. Nothing against Italy. Italy was beautiful, but that's why I have like a weird escape thing. Like I couldn't go in an escape room because I'd freak out. Going to the movies gives me anxiety. Yeah, it's actually a lot more common. Like since I've started speaking about it, I notice a lot of people like, oh, I'm actually the same. I don't feel comfortable. I think I also heard that Kylie Jenner, there was a quote from her that I read once that was like, I was really anxious in movies. I was like, oh, okay, it must be kind of common. We ruined Delhi. You didn't. Italy was fantastic. I have some really great memories, but it was because I was stuck and I couldn't leave that now it like triggers a fight or flight thing in me. You got anxiety getting a facial once? Oh yeah, when I got my lashes done, I used to get really, like, I remember lying there being like, I can't leave, and then I'd get anxious because I couldn't leave halfway through because my lashes would be like half on. My cousin is the same, but he feels better with an aisle seat, so if he has to leave, he can. Yeah, I get the aisle seat too. It's weird though, I don't actually feel uncomfortable in planes. Like planes, I don't feel claustrophobic or anything. I think because I'm so used to planes at this point. But yeah, I struggle a little bit going to see shows. Which is silly, because like, you know you can leave at any time. It's not like you're locked and bolted in there. But it's just the fact that socially I'm not meant to get up and leave because it will disturb everyone. And then when I leave, if I come in, I'll disturb everyone. And it's like that thought process that makes me stressed. So I'm like, I have to sit here the whole time. Anxiety's a weird one. I can remember your poop story. That was hilarious. Okay, maybe this is why I have these fears of not being able to leave. In case I poop myself again. You have agoraphobia or fear of public spaces and big crowds. Yeah. I mean, it is... You know, there are a lot of people who are agoraphobic, especially after COVID. There's going to be so many people who don't want to leave their house. And there's a lot of people who live their life in a more homebound way, and they're very comfortable, and that's just how they want to live, and I think that's fine. It's, you know, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I have a big problem because I don't want to leave my house. Well, maybe you're just someone who likes to be at home and do things from home. It's like Bowser. Bowser doesn't like going far from home. He's so happy here. He's in his happy place when he's at home with everyone. It was the one on your holiday and you had a few hours before the flight and you pooped, yeah. I've told that story a few times on here. But yeah, I pooped my pants when I was 18 in front of my boyfriend when I was in Bali. I got Bali belly. And it was like 3 hours before we had to leave for our flight. And then a little bit got on the floor as well. That was, yeah, unfortunate. It was like the tiniest little bit that went on the floor and I was like, oh my God. It was like a spot. It was like an M&M size. Oh, Jamie, yeah. Well, James and I are quite introverted. You know, we feel exhausted after going to social things because it's just not how we... It drains energy. It doesn't mean that we don't like seeing people. It just means that we don't go out. We don't need to go out as much and see people as much. I thrived in lockdown. Yeah, a lot of people did. And a lot of people found it, or are finding it so difficult. Yeah, that's right, Lildiga. Opa 5, thanks for subscribing. I listened in at the wrong time. Yeah, a little Minotaur. Totally get it. I'm a lot the same. I did a meetup once. I actually don't do many meetups because I find that overwhelming too. I love doing meetups for about an hour, and then I feel like an hour of like meeting people and speaking to them and greeting them and signing things. As much as I love meeting everyone, and I really cherish it, I'm very tired after an hour, so I don't want to do more than an hour. But often meet and greets are structured so it's like a 2-hour thing. And I remember I did a 5-hour meet and greet once, and I had a crazy panic attack afterwards because I was so exhausted and so stressed. So I've been a little bit more careful with meets and greets. An hour on, an hour off, then another hour, another day is okay for me. I would die to meet you in Sydney. I might see you in Sydney. Oh, I love when people come up and say hello. That's really nice. That's really cool, actually. So if you ever see me, definitely come up. Don't feel like, oh no, she's gonna get anxious if I say hi. Like, no. I always love saying hi to people. You should, little digger. Well, 5 hours seems way too long. Yeah, it just wasn't organized very well, and I had no one helping me, so it was literally just me, and people were lining up for 5 hours, and I couldn't say no to seeing them because they're like, there's people who want to meet you and have been waiting to meet you. Like, you don't want to leave. But then that's when I realized that I really need someone there to be like, okay, Delia's gonna go take a break down, get a drink of water, and have something to eat. Yeah, I just realized I needed someone to do that for me. So next time, I'd have that. And also I've done like at TwitchCon, I think I did a meet and greet with Twitch, and that was a 1 hour thing, and that was fine. It's just a problem when people keep lining up and you can't leave. Then you're a bit like, oh no, I can't leave. And that's not very good if you have anxiety about being trapped, you know? It doesn't really go together very well. What's my favorite food right now? I got this really nice natural yogurt. I think it's called Byron Bay yogurt. I should link you guys. Not sponsored, not sent to me. I just found it the other day, and oh my god, it is so good. It's not called YoFlo. That's another one that comes up. Byron Bay yogurt. I can't find it online. It's so good though. And it comes in a jar, so it's 0 plastic. It might even be... unpasteurized. Oh, you hated being a cashier with a constant lineup? I used to be a checkout chick. When I was younger, I didn't have anxiety, so like, I didn't care about people lining up as a cashier. I didn't care about small spaces or anything. I was really chill. But yeah, now it would probably be a bit more difficult. Yeah, I'll pop it in the Discord later. But I've been really enjoying that yogurt. Oh, our butler's pantry. I totally forgot. We can put more things in here. Am I eco-conscious? I'm trying to be. I definitely have a long way to go. My friend Miller I think Miller's helped me a lot, just opening me up to maybe be more thoughtful and eco-conscious about things. Just not even in a like huge way, just like with little tidbits here and there, which is good influence. So yeah, I'm trying to be. I try and use products that, like cleaning products. I don't like using chemical products because I rather our waterways not have those in them, and kind of becoming more conscious about my body and not wanting to use chemical products. I know that's not really eco-conscious, but it does go into the waterways. Yeah, trying to be. But I do use an enormous amount of power from my work because I've got computers and cameras and lighting running. So I would love to eventually have, like, my dream house would be an energy efficient home with solar panels and all of that. Oh, poor thing, reckless maniac. I get it. I think a lot of people are the same. So don't feel too embarrassed by it. I think it's when you start asking people about it and get the conversation going, you'd be really surprised about how many people are the same.